Yo, what's good, to iClxtch? We back out with another video, man. Today's video, I got you guys with this new rare two-way inside-out .4 build that does have contact dunks and NBA 2K24. Now, if you guys did see my two-way 3-point .4 build from yesterday, I told you guys I was going to be giving you guys another rare .4 build that does have contact dunks. So today we're going to get straight into it. Obviously, this stuff right here is personal preference. And of course, we are a point forward, so make sure you do go small forward in order to get this build name. And for the height, it's the same thing as yesterday. The tallest you can go in order to get this build name is 6'7", because you need at least an 88 ball handle in order to get this build name, which you can obviously not do at 6'8" and taller. So I'm gonna go 6'7". You could go 6'6" with a 92 ball handle if you do want to do that. But I'm gonna go 6'7", because 6'7" is actually the shortest where you can get bronze anchor. Not even just bronze anchor, just anchor in general. Unfortunately, on a 6'6", you cannot get anchor. So if we're making a two-way, you definitely do want to have that. So go 6'7", go 194 on the weight. And then wingspan, we are gonna max this out. In order to get this build name, you only need a 78 three-pointer. So this is gonna be a two-way build, so I want to max the wingspan out. So go 6'7", 194, max wingspan. Alright, moving on to the actual build. Now we are going to get the physicals out the way first. I like to do this first. So we do need an 81 speed for our silver speed booster, and we do need at least a 73 acceleration. That will give us a lot of good badges right here on silver. These are the bare minimum numbers. Has to be at least an 81 speed and a 73 excel. If you want to go higher on these numbers, you definitely could, but these are the bare minimum in order to fit our badge requirements. And the strength, I put the strength to a 50. That is good enough for our silver clamps. And vertical, now this build actually is going to have contact dunks, like I did say. It's going to have pro contact dunks off of 1 and off of 2, which you do need a 78 vertical for those. So make sure you at least go 78 vertical. And of course, we are going to go 95 stamina. Alright, now that the physicals are done, let's get straight into creating this build. Now, like I said, this build is going to have contact dunks, so in order to get those, you need at least an 87 driving dunk. If you want to stop there, you definitely could. I went 89 driving dunk. Like I said, this will give you pro contact dunks off of 1. These do require an 89 driving dunk and a 78 vertical. Now, unfortunately, I could not get the 90 driving dunk for that gold precision dunker. I just didn't have enough attributes to do so, so I just stopped at 89. But it's not bad because 89 will give you those contact dunk animations. So we did stop at 89. That's pretty much all we did for finishing. And here's all the badges you do get. So you get posterizer, slithery, precision dunker, aerial wizard, bunny, whistle, spin cycle, two-step. And then for layup, not really much. Giant slayer, acrobat, and then other than that, it's pretty much the exact same badges besides these ones right here, which you can look at. All right, moving on to shooting with this build. Now, like I did say, in order to get this build name, your three-point shot has to be at least a 78. So if you go 77 and below, it will change the name of the build. If you want to go higher, like an 85 3, you definitely could do that. Just keep in mind, it has to be at least a 78. I just put it to a 79. As you guys see, it does give you silver blinders, so I figured might as well just go 79. I didn't touch the mid-range. You probably could touch the mid-range if you were to go down to 87 driving dunk. So if you want a mid-range, maybe take your dunk down to an 87 for the pro contact dunks off of 2. And then you can get a mid-range if you wanted. And then I put the free throw to a 55. I didn't have enough attributes to get it higher, so 55 is the best I could get. Alright, now moving on to playmaking. Here's probably the most key category in order to get this build name. So pass accuracy. You are a point forward. You do need a pretty high pass accuracy. You need an 87 pass accuracy in order to get this build name for the bronze bailout. If you go 86 and below, it will change the name of the build, I think, to like a floor spacing slasher or something like that. So make sure you go 87. 87 is cool. That will give you a lot of good pass styles. Bronze bailout, which is really nice. And here's all the other badges you will get with 87 pass accuracy. And ball handle, again, here is another very key stat. In order to get this build name, your ball handle does have to be at least an 88. If you go 87 and below, it will change the name of the build. So make sure you at least go 88. If you want to max it out to a 91 for the gold handles for days, or even make a 6'6", like I said, with a 92 ball handle, you definitely could. I'm going to just go the bare minimum, 88. That also will unlock Kobe Bryant's signature size up, which is pretty nice. And then, of course, go 75 speed of ball. That will give you all your silver playmaking badges and a lot of good dribble styles like Magic Johnson. Here's all the badges you get. Blow by, handles for days, killer combos, speed booster, unpluckable, ankle breaker, and triple strike. Pretty nice badges to have. Alright, now moving on to defense. Of course, we are a two-way, so this build actually is going to have pretty good defense. Alright, now perimeter defense. In order to get the two-way build name, your perimeter defense does have to be at least an 87. If you go 86 and below, it will just call you an inside-out point forward. So if you want to be called a two-way, make sure you at least go 87. Of course, for that gold challenger, silver clamps, 94 feet, ankle braces, fast feet. A lot of good badges at 87. If you want to go higher, you definitely could. It just has to be at least an 87. And the steel, I put the steel to an 85, which will give us silver glove, silver interceptor, silver right stick ripper, and the block. Now, like I said, 6'7" is actually the shortest in order to get anchor. So if you want to stop at 77 block for the bronze anchor, you could. I took it up a notch though. I went all the way up to an 87 block and put your interior defense to a 72. As you guys see, once you do that, that unlocks the ability to get silver anchor. We are a two-way, so silver anchor is going to be really nice to have on this build. 87 block gives you that silver anchor, pogo stick, and silver chase down artist, which is pretty nice. And then I put the rest of the attributes onto defensive rebound. I got that to a 60, which of course will give you bronze rebound chaser. And as you guys can see, this is the two-way inside out point forward build right here. This is a pretty well balanced build, pretty rare build name as well. You do have contact dunks, both the pro driving contact dunks off of 2 and off of 1. You do have good shooting, a 79 3 ball. If you want to get this higher, you definitely could. It just has to be at least a 78. We do have really good playmaking, as you would expect. We are a point forward, really good pass act, good ball handle, and we are a two-way. So this particular version does have really solid defense. You have good perimeter, good steal, and you do have an 87 block silver anchor. So even if you got switched onto like a taller center, you do have a chance of stopping them. You are a 6'7" with silver anchor. And then we do have the bare minimum physicals for our badges and our animations, which is nice. So if you guys want the regular inside out point forward, make sure you guys do hit the like button and subscribe. Stay tuned. I will be dropping that as soon as possible. And as you guys can see, this build does have shades of Gerald Wallace, Andrew Wiggins, and Jaden McDaniels. Like I did say, this build is called a two-way inside out point forward. Pretty rare build name right there. You guys did like the point forwards from last year, so like I said, I will be dropping a lot of point forward builds. I'm gonna try to give you guys pretty much all of them within the next couple days, so if you guys don't want to miss some, make sure you guys do stay tuned. I will be dropping the regular inside out point forward pretty soon, so make sure you guys do stay tuned for that. Hit the like button and subscribe so you do not miss out on that video. But that's pretty much the end of the video. If you guys did enjoy it, make sure you guys do hit the like button and subscribe. I really would appreciate it. And I'm out.